Yo, what's up? It's been a while since I continued this story. Can't believe I started it 2 years ago. But this is What If Goku Landed in the Naruto World Part 9. Alright, so let's get started. My artwork has upgraded since the last time, but the artwork upgrades start after I fill you guys in with a recap of this story's previous episodes. Yes, I'm going to be showing you images from last episode, which was a year ago, right? Previous episodes since it's been so long, and let me know what you guys think about the upgrades in the comment section. Alright, let's get it to it. You can watch my old episodes, they're still on this channel, but I'll do a little recap for those that haven't seen it or for those that don't remember because it's been a long time. Right? So let's do this fast recap. Goku Sandpod crash land, he's found by Konan of the Akatsuki. He's raised by her for a couple of years before he turns into a great ape, which causes her to fear for her safety, so she drops him off at an orphanage and leaves him behind. Goku makes contact with Zabuza and Haku and travels with them for a while, and they end up going into the Land of the Waves arc. And before Kakashi can take Haku's life, like in the canon, Goku puts a sword in the way, which ends up sparing Haku's life. And Zabuza goes solo, and Haku and Goku travel with Team 7 back to the Hidden Leaf Village. Right? Sounded familiar to those that watched this before. Right? But since Goku and Haku are new recruits, they're not allowed to participate in the Chunin exams. But Goku and Haku decide to sneak in during the Forest of Death arc, where they encountered the Sound Ninja, and also Goku faces off against a deranged, curse-marked Sasuke because his mind was corrupted. They had a good fight. You guys should definitely go check out that episode, right? After the Forest of Death, the one-on-one exams start, and Goku and Haku just watch everybody's battles as spectators. Things play off kind of normal, except Goku stops Gaara from destroying Rock Lee's body with his sand, and instead of Guy Sensei, who interrupted. And after Sakura and Ino knock each other out, Goku and Haku offer to train Sakura, and she accepts, and they train her for about a month on physical strength. Goku gives her some weighted clothing, and Haku teaches Sakura about espionage and stealth. Right? After all the different fights, Orochimaru makes his move in his assassination on the third Hokage, but things don't go out as planned, and Goku and Haku sneak in before the Sound Ninja 4 can close or put up their jutsu wall, right? So now the wall contains Orochimaru, Haku, Goku, and Sarutobi. Right? Orochimaru's resurrection jutsu is interrupted by Goku, but he's able to bring the second Hokage back, Tobirama. Goku and Haku are going to have to fight for their lives in a match against a god shinobi. That's another video, or that's another thing I encourage you guys to go back and watch. It was a cool battle in full detail, but the fight was super intense. Goku used this new technique, which was the Kaioken, which he got inspired by Rock Lee when he opened his gates. Alright? And though they fight hard, it seems that they were no match for the nerfed Tobirama. That is until Goku sees a full moon and begins to transform to a great ape, which unnerves Orochimaru. A second win of an epic battle takes place, and everyone has to join forces to try to stop Great Ape Goku, and Goku manages to crush almost all of Orochimaru's bones with his hands, breaking almost all of his bones. Right? Haku picks up Orochimaru's grass sword and uses it to slice off the tail of the Great Ape. So now Haku is in possession of Orochimaru's sword. Orochimaru is defeated and forced to call off his invasion, but not before telling one of his Sound Ninja 4 to grab Goku's tail so he can study who this kid is or what this kid is. And also because of Goku and Haku's interference, the third Hokage survives the encounter. Alright, the village now sees Goku and Haku as heroes that saved the third Hokage from Orochimaru's assassination. Goku doesn't pay much mind to the praises as he sees the fact that everyone else also participated as well, so there's not that special. But Haku, on the other end, has a warm feeling from the cheers of the crowd, feeling something develop within him. Right, and we're going to touch on that in this video. So last episode ended with, at the end of the episode, Danzo approaches Haku in an attempt to recruit him to his special forces. And the third Hokage approaches Goku, offering to train him as his last student. And that will be the end of this recap. Now let's continue on with the story. See if we're making good time. We're only 4 minutes in. Alright, here we go back. We're continuing on with the story. So, Sakura worriedly walks in to see her friend Goku and new pseudo-sensei lying down on his hospital bed, happy to see a visitor. Goku tells her, like everybody else, not to be so worried about his injuries and that he'll be fine. Goku then seriously recalls the events that transpired right before Goku and Haku went against Orochimaru and asks Sakura whatever happened with the crazy strong sand guy after his sand transformation. Sakura looks up, smile on her face before she starts to tell the story of how she faced off against Gaara, got trapped by one of his sand claws, but instead of like in the canon event or like in the canon event of the story, Sakura was trapped unconscious. Sakura is actually able to burst out of the sand grip with much struggle because of her month of training she had with Goku and Haku. Not really able to do much, but that showed some progress. She then watched Naruto and Sasuke take on the Sand Demon preteen. Sasuke put up a valiant effort, but those markings on his skin seems to have been hurting him, and that's when Naruto stepped in to help them both out. Naruto had gotten stronger in that month of training too, apparently, and was able to actually defeat the Gaara kid after an intense battle. Sakura finished up her story by filling in minor details, and Goku was left listening to these events with stars in his eyes, excited about the details of the battle he didn't get to witness. Matter of fact, he was so hyped that when Sakura finished the story, he was so fired up from the story that he flexes through his bandages, which surprises Sakura. Goku simply smirks until and tells Sakura that hearing about the fight got him all fired up now, and he has to go get stronger. He waves his hand to Sakura, who is simply left dumbfounded by his sporadic recovery. Goku comes across Kakashi, Sasuke, and Naruto, where they have a brief conversation, and they tell him that they're happy that he's okay. He gives them a thumbs up and rushes toward the Hokage's office. The third Hokage is seen sitting down having a serious conversation with what looks to be elders, a bandaged man, and some bodyguards of the Anbu Black Ops. His boring, serious conversation is interrupted by a bursting door and an excited young Goku asking the old man if he's ready to train him. Sarutobi simply smiles at the young Goku's enthusiasm and tells him that they will begin their training shortly. The elders, the bandaged man, and the bodyguards protest at the comments of the third Hokage, telling him that they need to increase their defenses. He needs to give some speeches and see some people and recover from the battle he had in his old age with his former student Orochimaru, but the third Hokage simply cuts him off in the middle of their dialogue before they can go any further, and informs everyone in the room that he actually plans to resign as the standing Hokage, which causes everyone's mouth to drop in surprise. We then have a scene change where all the people of the Leaf Village are practically present, but instead of it being the third Hokage's funeral, it's his final address where he announces that he has gotten too old to be the standing Hokage, which surprises everyone, some more than others, and they look on with understanding. Alright, and then 1 week later, Goku is practically bouncing with excitement, waiting for his training session at the third Hokage, uses hand signs for a summoning jutsu to bring out his trusted companion, Monkey King Enma. After the Monkey King is summoned, he begins to berate the third Hokage about his irresponsible actions of letting Orochimaru escape. Yet again, Hiruzen simply brushes off the jab and tells his old friend that he needs information on Goku's source of power, considering the fact that he has no chakra points. Goku lightens the mood up by casually pointing out that Monkey King Enma's tail has a tail, and saying, "Hey, you have a tail just like me, or at least I used to," and then his expression dropped, remembering it got cut off for some reason. Narrow in his eyes, Enma says that he will have a look and concentrates on the signature emanating from the boy before him. After a while of thoughtful inspection, Enma comes to the realization that the boy before him possesses an energy known as Ki, something he thought was only spoken of in old legends before his time. He then begins to explain what Ki is and what makes it different from chakra. And he says, well, for one, Ki is said to be far more destructive than chakra-based attacks, but not as flexible. Like, for example, he is incapable of creating things like mist, fog, water, but he can also level a city if the user is skilled enough with his ki energy, right? Because he can't do certain things with his ki that chakra can do, right? But ki is very destructive. That's why we know in the actual Dragon Ball what? People can blow up planets. Anyway, Goku listens in, nodding his head silently before asking the Elder Monkey, how can he use his ki energy? This time, the third Hokage responds by telling Goku the answer was simple. He must meditate and focus on the signature of his life force. The aged pair watch it, Goku in silence as he tries to clear his mind and concentrate on his life force, and for a while nothing seems to happen and no progress is made. But after what felt like an eternity, a presence is felt as a blue aura emanates from the body of the meditating Goku, which puts a smile on the face of Hiruzen Sarutobi as he thinks to himself, I can already tell that this boy has great potential, and he will be the last Sannin of my legacy. The Sannins like Tsunade, Orochimaru, and Jiraiya. Meanwhile, ever since the defeat of Orochimaru, Haku has been improving his stealth, trying to hide his shy self from the citizens of the Leaf Village, who have become fans because they view him as a hero. He has got a fan base that's accumulated because they view him as a hero to help the Hokage. And whenever Haku has been alone, he's been tapping into the recesses of his brain, replaying his life story. A story of his loyalty to Zabuza comes to mind, and his willingness to sacrifice his life as a weapon for his master. Right? Then his mind switches to the aggravated face of his best friend / brother Goku, who always tried to convince Haku to try to live for himself a little bit, and he doesn't have to make himself a tool to be used by other people. Haku thinks to himself, indeed, but then deep in his heart of hearts, he truly believes that his purpose is to serve something bigger than himself, even if it was at the cost of his own life. He then recollects the quotes he's made over the years, right? Like one quote Haku made, when people are protecting something truly precious to them, they truly can become as strong as they need to be. And the other quote he made, I want to protect the person important to me. I want to work for that person. I want to fight for that person. I want to make that person's dream come true. That is my dream. So Haku begins to remember the quotes that he had said long ago. He then recollects the quotes from a flashback vision he had that the last Hokage's last words had to say, the second Hokage had to say, about protecting those who love the village and believe in you and bring them up as individuals to who you can lead the next era. So he meditates on those words that Tobirama spoke before the Edo Tensei Jutsu was taken away. Haku then looks up. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe it wasn't just one single person he needed to protect. Maybe it was an entire village. And that's when Haku makes his decision. So he walks towards a shadowy figure, who we know to be Danzo, to begin his training. And in the shadows, Itachi and Kasame look on in the outskirts at a broken village, but not completely destroyed, waiting and plotting their next plan of action on completing their assignment. And that's where we're going to be ending things today, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comment section down below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like what you saw. If you liked the video, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button so more people can see it. Also, and if you like the story, go check out my 2 recent stories. I just did a story on what if Trunks became a Majin. That was pretty cool. It's doing pretty well. So go show that video some love. Be sure to hit the like button on that video as well, man. Until next time, guys, I'm out. Peace.